Data privacy regulations vary across the world, but here are some key ones you should know. Global and regional data privacy regulations. 1. General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, Europe. Applies to companies processing the personal data of EU residents, regardless of location. Key principles. Consent, data minimization, right to access, right to be forgotten. Non-compliance can lead to fines up to €20 million or 4% of global revenue. 2. California Consumer Privacy Act, CCPA, US. Applies to businesses handling California residents' data. Gives consumers rights over data access, deletion, and opt-out from sales. Amended by the California Privacy Rights Act, CPRA, expanding protections. 3. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, US, protects medical and health-related information. Requires healthcare providers, insurers, and business associates to ensure security. 4. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, US. Regulates the collection of personal data from children under 13. Requires parental consent before collecting or using children's data. 5. Personal Data Protection Act, PDPA, Singapore, sets guidelines on collecting, using, and disclosing personal data. Requires consent and provides individuals with rights over their data. 6. Brazilian General Data Protection Law, LGPD, Brazil, similar to GDPR, applies to any company handling Brazilian residents' data. Enforces transparency, security, and consent-based data processing. 7. Personal Information Protection Law, People, China, stricter regulations on cross-border data transfers. Requires explicit consent for personal data collection and processing. 8. India's Digital Personal Data Protection Act, DPDP, a comprehensive law regulating data collection, processing, and transfers. Grants data subjects rights similar to GDPR. 9. Canada's Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, PIPEDA, governs data collection and use by private sector organizations. Requires organizations to obtain consent before collecting personal data. 10. Australia's Privacy Act 1988 covers the handling of personal data by businesses and government agencies. Enforces data breach notification requirements.